Please have a seat.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Nilesh, please introduce yourself.
Sir, I come from a most famous transit point between India and Nepal, a small town named Sanoli. It lies in Maharashtra district of Uttar Pradesh. I have completed my basic education from my native place and have graduated from Satyavati College Evening in stream of Political Science Honours in 2021. Since then, I am preparing for civil services exam together with pursuing my post-graduation from Political Science Honours from IGNOU.
Post-graduation in political science honors.
So post-graduation in Political Science.
Okay. Tell me two things for which Maharajganj is famous.
Sir, as I have said, it is the point where the most famous crossing point between India and Nepal lies.
Most famous crossing
Transit
point.
transit point, sir. Yes, sir.
Why most famous?
Sir, this is most famous because most of the tourists cross Nepal through this route only, and it is also located very near to Lumbini, which is the birthplace of Lord Buddha. So it falls in Buddha circuit.
Okay.
And the sir, other famous thing for which Maharajganj is famous, sir, is its wooden furniture industry, for which it is also assigned the one district one product of
Wooden
SD.
furniture.
Yes, sir.
ODOP.
Yes, sir.
So you have done political science honors.
Yes, sir.
What is rule of law?
Sir, rule of law is a principle which says that rule is supreme. It has changed the principle that rule of king to sorry, sir. It has changed the principle that king is supreme to law is supreme. It has three provisions: that no one should be punished except for breach of law. The breach of law should be established by a court, and third, that the law draws its supremacy from people.
Can you differentiate between due process of law and procedure established by law?
Yes, sir. The procedure established by law says that no one shall be punished except in breach of law. Thus, it protects an individual from arbitrary executive action. But if we go by due process of law, it says that law should not be only judiciary should not be only seeing the procedural correctness of law, but it should also see that law is by nature right. That it protects an individual from both legislative overreach and executive overreach.
And what are fundamental rights?
So fundamental rights are the rights guaranteed by the constitution to its people, which are thought that these are the basic rights for the physical, moral and mental development of its people.
What is one nation, one election theory?
Sir, one nation, one election means that the election of all three tiers, that is parliament, state legislative assembly and local bodies should be conducted at one time only. Recently government is
Local bodies,
yes, all three tiers.
all three types. Okay.
So recently government is giving very emphasis on this, and recent committee set up by our government under the chairmanship of Honorable ex-President Sri Ramnath Kovind ji also suggested that we should move towards one nation, one election due to its several benefits.
Do you favor it or not?
Yes, sir, I favor one nation, one election, but the concerns should be addressed properly and it should be implemented after holistic consultation with all the stakeholders.
What concerns you?
Sir, the concerns which are raised in this regard are that first, how will we synchronize the elections of state legislature and parliament? Second, if we have synchronized, then what after that synchronization if the chain breaks in middle path, as happened in 1967? The other concern is that the local issues will be suppressed in front of national issues if one nation, one election take place. Apart from this, it may also favor national parties than over regional parties. So these are the basic concerns. Also, some people also raise concerns regarding federal structure of our system, which guarantees autonomy to the states to a severe to a certain extent.
Okay, what are your hobbies?
Sir, my hobbies are playing and watching cricket. I like watching comedies, and I also have interest in waste creativity, and I like learning new things.
What is the recent dispute about Champions Trophy?
Sir, recent dispute about Champions Trophy was that the tour of the ICC trophy in Pakistan occupied Kashmir.
Okay.
And India has vehemently protested against this move because it was more of a political move from Pakistan.
So do you favor it not going to Pakistan to play Champions Trophy or not?
Yes, sir, I think it was a good decision to not go to Pakistan because there are two reasons. First, primary reason is that the security of our player is supreme, and second reason, if we are going there, then it will be a hint that in Pakistan things are normalized, which is not the case. In Pakistan also we are saying that terrorist incidents are rising day by day. Last month only in Quetta bomb blast, almost 14 to 15 people were killed. So situation is not good in Pakistan, and we cannot give a justification to the world community that yes, things are normal in Pakistan.
What is reverse repo rate?
So, reverse repo rate is the interest that RBI gives to the bank when bank deposit their money to Reserve Bank. It is lower than repo rate.
What is SLR?
So, statutory liquidity ratio (SLR) are the statutory ratios which are set by RBI in order to control money supply in the economy. There are basically two types of ratios: CRR and, sorry sir, if I think I am interpreting wrong. CRR and
Not an
SLR.
issue, it's okay. Can you name some measures which RBI takes to contain inflation?
Yes, sir. The main tool of RBI to contain inflation is repo rate, which is decided by the monetary policy. In recent times, since inflation has been quite a challenging for economy, so RBI has kept the repo rate on a higher side of 6.5%.
Anything else?
So apart from this, RBI can take other measures also, like increasing CRR or loan to value changes in making loan to value ratio or credit rationing, support to some peaks in PS what to say bond deals by operation twist, etc., open market operations.
What is new pension policy?
Sir, new pension scheme was launched in 2004. Unlike old pension scheme, which was a defined benefit scheme, new pension scheme is a defined contribution scheme where the pensioners contribute certain percent of their income and government too contribute same percent of income. It is given to a fund manager who manages the fund and generates profit on it, and at the end of the service, based on the interest generated by the investment, the employee gets the pension. But the con of the NPS was that since it was based on market returns, so the pension was not fixed. So it was a cause of concern among pensioners.
Okay. Which was the first measure to codify labor laws in India?
Sorry, sir.
Which was the first measure taken to codify labor laws in India?
So, labor laws starting after independence. So sorry, sir, I am not getting the question.
Have you heard about First Factory Act?
Yes, sir, 1948.
1948 or 1881?
Yes, 1882. Pre-independence, it was 1881.
It was the first step to codify labor laws in
Yes, sir.
India. So, do you remember any feature of First Factory Act?
Yes, sir. The first Factory Act was brought basically to in order to address the question of child labor. It was basically regarding child labor and working condition of women. Here basic motto was, rather than welfare of worker, it was the ulterior motive of the Britishers to, in order to help the British planters and British industries, because since labor was not regulated in India, so there was an undue advantage to Indian industries which was not liked in England at that time.
What is lay down?
So lay down is a type of where it is a step by an employer where he do not directly terminate the employment, but for certain times he asks the employees to not come to the work, and for that period there may be that he may pay for some time, but rest time he may not pay. But yes, still the employees are on the payroll of the company.
Suppose if I am a daily wage laborer and I work for a day and my employer is not paying me, what are the options that I can have?
So in that case, there can be legal provisions that the employee can take. First is there is several dispute resolution mechanism at company level in form of various committees, and there are higher appellate systems to the level of industrial court, industrial tribunal, sir.
Tribunal.
Yes, sir. But it is a very higher in the hierarchy. These disputes are mostly resolved at the company level only, in dispute resolution committees.
If company is not listening to me, then
Yes, sir. Then definitely there are higher hierarchies on which the labor can go for getting justice. So there are board. So certain, I am not remembering the exact hierarchies, but there are 2-4 mechanisms.
labor courts are there. What are the primary works of ESIC?
So ESIC is basic an insurance corporation who looks after the social security in case of say pregnancy, certain health issues, unemployment allowances, disability type of thing. So this type of security things are looked after by ESIC.
What are the constitutional provisions related to strike?
Strike.
Yeah.
Sir, in Article 19, there is right to expression, and Supreme Court has said that right to Article 19 gives right to form association, but Supreme Court in judgment mentioned that right to strike is not a fundamental right. It will be guided by specific laws.
Like what?
So, like the labor laws on strike, specific Trade Unions Act, and the other provisions regarding strikes.
What is a trade union?
So, trade union is a group of employees or workers who organize themselves in order to promote their interest.